Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I, Gaurav Nath, the editorial captain of this event, would like to welcome our chief guest, Tanaya Varma, Director of Amity Schools of Architecture, guest of honor, Dr. Vidyak Majha, attorney of Supreme Court, and everyone present here to the Literature Festival 2022, supported by Rustle Book Club. You can find something truly important in an ordinary minute, quoted by Mitch Albom. Keeping this quote in mind, I would like to reveal this theme of this event, which is Imagine, Create, Express. Authors come up with their masterpieces putting in mind with this process of imagine, creating, and expressing. My team and I have spent the past month designing and planning the framework of this project to provide students with an environment that challenges them into discovering the talents, mastering skills, and invoking the joy of learning, something that we at Russell of Book Club always strive to achieve. I would thank the core team members and the volunteers for their help to run this event smoothly. Your hard work and dedication is much appreciated. This festival is spread over 3 days, filled with festivity and learning. Day one, we start off with the opening ceremony, which will be followed by panel discussions with authors who will be sharing their expertise, knowledge, and insights about their involvement in the field of literature. Day two, we have geared up some exciting competitions for literature enthusiasts, which includes the debate competition and poet recitation competition for high school and middle school students. Day three, we have a talk show hosted by Sonika Sethi in conversation with Padma Bhushan awardee Dr. Uma Sharma, a Kathak exponent. And in the closing ceremony, the award distribution will take place. We will try our best to make this event as informative and fun as possible. So please stay tuned. Now, I'd like to give a little brief about our chief guest, Professor Tanaya Varma. She is the director of Ambati School of Architecture and Planning. She has pursued her bachelor's and uh, master's degree in architecture, pursued her bachelor's and master's degree in field of architecture, and she also has a PhD degree holding. Also, 16 years of experience, her research interests lie within vernacular architecture, sustainable built environment. Her professional affiliation include Council of Architecture and Indian Institute of Architects. Now I request our chief guest, Professor Tanaya Varma, to say a few words.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to be here on this forum. Am I audible? Yeah, is this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I am very thankful to Rahul for inviting me to this platform. It really, literature and reading has always been my passion. But listening to young minds and listening to what they have penned down will really enthuse me and also make me aware as to what the young generation is thinking about and writing. Being an architect, I have been working in the field of the built environment and dealing with people in general. So I'm looking forward to this platform and wishing you all the very best and success for the 3-day session. As and when time permits, I'll be peeping into various sessions and enriching my mind. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I'd like to brief you about our chief guest of honor. Guest of honor, Dr. Vidyak Majha. She is a member of the Supreme Court of India, Delhi High Court, and Delhi Bar Association as well. Delhi Bar Association as well. She she has done her LLB from Campus Law Center, Faculty of Law from Delhi University. She has also done her PhD in International Relations from Patna University, Bihar. Her other qualifications are Masters in Political Science from Patna University and PG Diploma in Labor Laws from Indian Law Institute, Delhi. She has also authored a book in international relations, recent trends in India and EU relationships, published by Lambert Academic Publishing, contributing a chapter of youth, technology, and media moving towards a cultural shift. In the book titled Facets of Research Culture Society, she also holds the position of an editor in chief of the magazine The Cognitive Circle and editor of the magazine Streaming Law. Now I request our guest of honor, Dr. Vidyak Majha, to say a few words. Ma'am, could you unmute or you're still mute?
I'm sorry. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for giving me this platform, this esteemed platform, especially to Rahul. And I'm very delighted for being here on this platform. And despite being active in other fields like in academics and legal profession, I have a keen interest in literature. And so I actually didn't feel like missing the opportunity of meeting you guys here. So, though I'm an attorney, I have like a huge interest in literature and arts. So I believe it connects the individuals, cultures, both inside the country and globally. Because few things cannot be limited by boundaries. Literature has such impact on society that many poetries, verses, in fact, the slogans do change the course of society, the direction of society, and civilization at large. We remember the freedom struggle. In fact, till now also there are many slogans, especially when it comes from the borders, our army is actually giving some slogan. Or uh, if we take an example of Vande Mataram, how it led to the freedom struggle. So it has its own impact on society. It's one such thing which actually some way or the other is part of our life. We cannot restrict ourselves when it comes to reading some novels, poetries, or listening to music, or for that matter, anything that seems literary and artistic. Literature is in a great way connects us from history, traditions. It tells us the age-old practices also. They may be good or evil, but they certainly tell us about the social structure that might have existed, the economic conditions, the political scenarios, uh, it sort of gives us a glimpse of how far we have come, what has changed, or sometimes what we need to revive, reform, or restore. So we also know that India is a land of diversity. We have many cultures, traditions, but that is the uniqueness we have here. This is a very unique aspect of our country, that it's diverse but united. Every if you go to South India, they have their own culture, literature, traditions. And if you come to north or any part of the country, they have their own set of literature. And because we are discussing literature, I'm focusing more on this word. Otherwise, everything, we are very rich actually culturally. If we go to the poetries or the literature, we are very rich in that because we have diversity. So, literature, I think, depicts this aspect at many places, many times. It somewhere joins us, somewhere dissects us. So, literature has a huge role on our life. We cannot just say that literature can vanish at some point. We the books, the novels, or the if we go to era where Dadi, Nani, Chat, they were used to tell us the stories, which is taken over by the smartphones, the tablets, which is not that good, I believe, because that has lost uh, somewhere we have lost that charm because we cannot the storytelling is missing somewhere. The kids are not getting that kind of vibes from our the youth is not getting that from our elders. So but then in any way, literature, whichever way we take it, because literature is the best expression of thought, which is when it is reduced to writing, uh, because earlier it was not being written. It was oratory first, then it came down to writing, because later people realized that it should be recorded at somewhere. Because earlier it used to be told orally. So literature has, but it used to impact our society in any way. It wasn't that literature was somewhere not being considered. It was an art form always. It always existed with, in non-fiction genres, biographies, diaries, memoirs, letters, essays, in any way, it has always existed. So, prose, drama, whatever. So, not taking much time of yours, you can actually start with your panel discussion, and as my schedule permits, I'll be peeping into the, like earlier, ma'am said, peeping into your sessions. And all the best for this literature festival. And thank you again for getting me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your informative words, ma'am. Now we have Padmajad Ambertipudi. She's currently an entrepreneur in the healthcare industry. She's been an educationist for the past 16 years. And she's had the opportunity to teach curriculums like state, CBSE, ICC, and Cambridge. She always wanted to let her students experience the subject rather than just read from the textbook and impart practicality into their minds. Even now, at every possible opportunity, she continues to contribute to make learning a practical and an enjoyable experience. Now I request our festival director, Ms. Padmajad, to say a few words.
Good morning, all. Good morning to all the dignitaries present here, my fellow teammates, and the audience. Thank you for being part of it and taking up when Mr. Rahul has invited, coming to this occasion and motivating us. Thank you. Where should I start? This generation, if you take this now, if you take, especially after the pandemic, this has become a digital era. Yeah, I understand there are a lot of options in this particular field where you have ups and downs, where you have a lot of platforms, social media is playing a major role. Children are getting interested or getting glued to this digital world. But if you take my example, you can relate, the others who are present here. If you take a memorable moment of your life, if you talk about literature or reading books, for me, it is like sitting in one corner, holding a book, drinking a cup of memorable event, holding a physical book, or reading books to my children at bedtime. So to promote this or to encourage this, we have actually started this literature festival. We have included and we wanted to inculcate or encourage reading habits among students. And at the same time, we wanted to promote the young authors who are budding authors who are coming up. We wanted to encourage them. So that is the reason we have panel discussions given by eminent authors and entrepreneurs and writers present, so that they can give their inspiring stories or motivating words for these budding authors. At the same time, we also wanted to showcase the talents of the students. So for that, we are conducting competitions globally. We have invited a lot of schools. The students have enthusiastically given their names to participate in these events. We are conducting poetry recitation and debate competitions. At the same time, we wanted to give some motivational or inspirational stories to our young audience. So for that, we are conducting talk show by eminent personality, a Padma Bhushan awardee. What more can we expect? A motivational story. What other stories more we can expect from others? So that is why we have invited the eminent personality, and then so that we can inspire our young minds. And the closing ceremony. See, whenever we conduct competitions, it cannot be just the competition. It has to be rewarded. Yes, participation also is must. So we are closing our ceremony with awards and certificates to the students. Nowadays, what I feel is not only the academics, these extracurricular activities, organizing events, and participating in a number of activities enhance the skills of the students, be it empathy, be it communication skills, be it coordination skills, collaboration, so on and so forth. So for that, we have taken a team of young people into our festival, and let me tell you, they are young, but their experience, their thought process is so matured. Sometimes they give us tips, they give us advices. So we have a very energetic young team present over here. So I would like to mention each and every one and the efforts they have put in to make this event happen. And I'm sure it will come out successfully. It will be a successful event. So let me start with our cute little graphic designer, Miss Parnita. She has designed, we have given her n number of inputs. Each of us has given n number of inputs to her, and we asked her to put this, and when she has immediately, she comes up with the banner ready, and then whenever we give her inputs, she takes it in a positive way, she works on it, and then comes out with all the beautiful banners which you see over here is her creativity. So a big applaud to Miss Parinita for her creative skills. Then I would like to mention Mr. Gaurav, who has been from the beginning into, I can say, the technical part of it, creating the Google Forms, sending it to the schools, collating the data. It is not an easy task. So the data has been collated, and the participants, because we want it to be transparent. That is one more important aspect we have taken into consideration. So the participants have to be, if the participant by mistake has taken a wrong choice or a wrong option, immediately the call would have gone to the participant and asked them to choose the right option. And the script, the comparing part. So he is meticulously, he has done his work, and we are all set for the competitions which are going to be conducted tomorrow. So a big applause to Mr. Gaurav. Then we have Mr. Charit, who is who can, I can say, a support system to us, because he was the one who was coordinating with volunteers. I should also thank here the volunteers for coming up and taking up different tasks we have given them. So Sai Charan has been playing a major role as a bridge between us, the core members, and the volunteers, and communicating them whatever instructions we used to give. He used to communicate to them, and the volunteers are also well versed with their tasks, their duties, and they are ready to plunge upon the activity. Then we have Miss Aditi, who is who acted as a support to me, but I think sometimes she has taken my role as well, because whenever I am busy, she used to take up everything, and coordinating with all the team members, coordinating with the schools, principals, and making this a wonderful event happen. Then we have Sai Charan, who is who has been played an important role in taking up this event and putting it live. So the technical part, whatever live we are going on, it is because of this young person, Sai Charan. So this is our eminent, experienced young in our core team. So as I'm into entrepreneurship, I wanted to do something for our education field as well. So I cannot leave the speech, or I cannot leave the stage without mentioning Mr. Rahul Suri. So when he had called me and asked me to be part of this organization, being a 19-year-old, having this kind of vision of promoting young students, making them, encouraging them in reading and writing, encouraging the young authors, I thought it's a noble cause, and it is a non-profit organization. So when he had called me to and asked me to join the Rustle Book Club, I was very happy to join. And he is like a backbone. He is a, I should say, hard taskmaster, making things happen on time, and getting on everyone onto the stage. Though we are experienced in our areas, but combining or collating them or collaborating with everyone, it is not an easy task. So kudos to Rahul. So that Rahul, and thank you for being making me part of this wonderful event, and introducing me to this wonderful team. Thank you. With that, I would like to thank just, chief guest and guest of honor for accepting the invite and coming to the event. And I would request, as you have promised, please do join into the different activities, young people, and I would request you to encourage them and motivate them. Thank you.
Sure, thank you, ma'am. It is a very nice initiative and really happy to see the dedication and the effort put in by everyone in the team. So all the best for the session, and yes, thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable words. Now, Aditya Ambertipudi is a 17-year-old who loves to read and write. She was the literary captain in her middle school. She occasionally writes blogs and uploads it up in her websites. So now I request our Deputy Festival Director, Aditya, to say a few words.
Good morning to one and all present here. I am Aditya Ambertipudi, the Deputy Festival Director. I am a 17-year-old who loves to read and write. My reading journey began when I was 10, and a few of my favorite genres are mystery, fantasy, and suspense. I would not call myself a writer, but I occasionally post blogs on my website. One day, I got a call from Rahul asking me to be the in charge of a literature festival. I was surprised because I had no experience, but with his and Padmajad ma'am's guidance, I was able to make this festival possible. I'd like to thank Mr. Rahul Suri for giving me this opportunity. Soon, I started gathering people from my circle to work with me. From 3, we slowly progressed to 6 people in the core team. We started to have meetings, we started to make banners, Google Forms, all the socials, and soon we started inviting all the esteemed guests and audience present here. Organizing this event has taught me a lot, and without my colleagues and the volunteers' help, none of this would be possible. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank each one of them. I'd also like to thank all the audience and guests present here today. Lastly, I hope everyone present here will take away a learning with them and also enjoy the programs conducted during the next 3 days. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, Aditi. Rahul Suri now. Rahul Suri is an alumni of Shiv Nadar School, which is a prestigious institute in India under the HCL Technologies. He is a member of various organizations as well as director of events, secretary of various online book clubs. Currently, Rahul Suri is preparing for his government competitive exam for his dream job. Apart from this, he's a student at MAAC Institute, Noida. He is currently pursuing diploma in Photoshop, After Effects, and motion graphics. He has received prestigious awards and has been nominated by 28 COEs. He is the founder of Literature Festival and the Rustle of Book Club. Now I request Mr. Suri to say a few words.
Yeah, hello all. My dear friends, listen to the tree, camera and many more guests. Welcome to the workfest, the celebration of literature and English 2020. These 3 days will be done countermeasures must go on to create, express, and well as embody. We will all shall be calculate our against and well as set for workplace standards, new standards for our own selves. Each one of us will shall enjoy this beautiful, magical journey of the self-discovery as well as the uncovered sorry, the standards as well as the aim of the greater heights. The aim of greater heights. So, so, so much happy as well as the expression as well as exploration. And now welcome you all to the Virtual Literature Festival online has already inaugurated. Congratulations. Gaurav, continue. Thank you.
Okay, then Rahul, thank you, sir. Thank you all for being part of the opening ceremony. Now we'll have a break, and please don't forget to join our other panel discussions after break with authors. Okay, thank you.
Please post the links.
Yeah.
Gaurav.
Sai Charan will be posting it in the comment section.
Yes. Please do join in our panel discussions. Thank you. Let us all meet